don't know how to intro this. Shit, that's a good intro. I think. Uh,
The
what do you-
fucked up intro.
I don't know. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the RiFt podcast. We have Nick or Cryptix with us,
Yeah.
and Cameron or Sharpie, that one guy.
What's up, guys?
So welcome to the RiFt podcast. How you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty shitty right now, you know.
Wow.
It's a little bit late.
Yeah, it is a bit late, and that's
Cameron's busy clearing his throat right now.
that's my boss's fault because she scheduled me till midnight. So
It's an amazing thing, isn't it?
It's your fault.
thanks, Karen.
Yeah, it's always Grant's fault. Blame Grant.
It is, I know. Yeah, welcome to the RiFt podcast. So I guess we'll start this all off. Nick, what's the focus of this week's podcast?
The history of RiFt.
History of RiFt.
Everything about it.
Alright, we're gonna go back to
All this
when this shit first started. Shit, what was it? It was Black Ops 2. It was Black Ops 2.
The funny part is it wasn't even like Goku, as we said before. It was some fucking noob shit, is what it was.
I don't remember that.
It was noob. It was like that for like a week, and then it went to Goku, and Goku was what it was for like
The longest. It was Goku
For
for a
a
while.
It was all of Black Ops 2.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was like half of Black Ops 2, and then all the way through Ghost till the end, when then you guys all made Rift.
But no, yeah, it started as Goku back in.
It wasn't even a competitive team. It was just
No, it was just like a clan. It was just like friends playing, and we never started as like an esports organization to where we are today till we got to Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, AW was where it started. I don't even want to say
The
that's where it
AW
started.
days did not work very well.
The
did
AW.
they?
So we didn't.
No,
know
I
that.
remember playing like game battles.
Bro, I do too. We used to get dicked on. I remember in
Yeah.
Advanced Warfare. I don't remember who I was with. I think. Were you with us, Nick? We played a
Yeah.
league match or something. We got like 13
Yeah,
points in the hard point or something.
It was me.
It was the
you,
Titanium League,
Austin.
bro. We got 13
Yeah.
points in the fucking hard point.
It was me, you, Austin, and Austin's fucking friend.
Johnny or
Yeah, Johnny.
Alright, but no, we're getting way too far ahead. We gotta go back to Black Ops 2 when this all first started. About
So
how was Goku first? It was never.
First of all,
It was.
or not Goku, but fucking Black Ops 2 was like my first multiplayer COD.
Oh yeah, Black Ops 2 was litty, but no.
Yeah.
It started in Black Ops 2. Who was it? It was us three.
It was just us three.
It was us three to start, and then
No, Austin was in Black Ops 2, wasn't
No,
he?
he was
No.
in Ghost. He started in Ghost. Austin was in Ghost.
I thought we did get him in Black Ops 2. I thought it was more
No,
towards.
we got him in Ghost.
Yeah.
Him and Austin both came in Ghost.
I think because it was like us three, and then like Andrew.
I wasn't there. Yeah, it was me, you, and Andrew, and then Jordan, Squeaker Jordan.
And Squeaker Jordan. Do you remember Busy D? Other Dylan?
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah.
Yes, we got him in Black Ops 2 because I remember it was a game of. I think it was gun game or like free for all or something. It was on
Most of them in gun game, to be honest.
it was on Hijacked. I specifically remember that. It was on Hijacked. We started playing with him.
Yeah, dude, he was.
But no, it was mostly us. Like I could have sworn Austin was Black Ops 2, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, it was us and it
It was like mainly us because at the time Cameron didn't really play multiplayer Call of Duty until like Advanced
Yeah.
Warfare.
No, I remember playing a lot of Black Ops 2.
split
I played
screen.
Sticks and Stones.
Oh, Sticks and Stones, bro.
Oh my
I remember playing Sticks and Stones at like 3 in the morning every time, like every day.
But no, yeah, it
Six
started.
Stones.
It all started in Black Ops 2, and it wasn't like you said. It wasn't anything near us being competitive. It was just a bunch of friends who
fun.
got on and played COD and had fun. And Aiden too. Oh, I forgot about Aiden,
Oh
bro.
my god, Aiden, yeah.
Yeah, he was the one that got me into COD in the first place. Was Aiden.
Was zombies.
Was zombies. I always remember walking down the street to his house and playing zombies
Yeah,
on his
that's before
Xbox
we even had
because
Xboxes.
that's before we even had like
Yo.
systems.
I didn't get like my Xbox
We had
until
a
like the
Wii.
8th grade.
We
Did
did
you
have a
have a-
Wii.
And even when I did get Black Ops 2, I didn't even want to play. Like, I literally told myself, I'm just gonna play zombies. I'm never going to.
Yo, Cam, do you remember playing World at War on the Wii with the blaster?
Yeah, that was fun.
And then there was no zombies on the Wii version, and I was pissed.
Yeah.
But no, but yeah, it kind of just started as like us playing, like.
Grant got me into multiplayer. He was,
I'm almost, but no,
me to play
but totally off. Well, not off topic, but I guarantee I'm pretty much like 100% sure Austin was in Black Ops 2.
No, he was not. There was no way. I remember the exact game we found him in. He was using an LMG, and what game mode was it in Ghost? I cannot remember the LMG to save my life, but he was using an LMG of some sort with thermal sight, and either a domination or a search and destroy that we were.
Well, I don't know.
And we found him in that, and we picked him up.
Well, I kind of want to text him. I kind of want to text him and ask him, but I know he won't reply anytime soon. But yeah, it was just friends playing the game, and that's how it was for a while. Like pretty much all throughout.
One more person. I think there was one more person we're missing.
No, not yet. Not Black Ops 2. I don't think.
It was me, you, Cam,
Andrew,
every now and then.
Jordan,
Andrew,
Aiden, Dylan, other Dylan, old Dylan.
That one I don't remember at all. I don't remember Dylan, but
you don't remember
Dylan?
Busy D.
Him, yeah. The only time I remember him was in Ghost, like when.
What was his gamer tag? It was like Busy D 5000 or something like that.
It was like that.
Something like that.
The only thing I remember fucking from him was like how he always used to call someone a fucking duck or some shit.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. But no, do you guys remember who like the new people we kind of got in Ghosts, like who it was?
No, I didn't play Ghosts.
Oh, you didn't.
I was there for Austin.
I didn't like Ghosts.
I wasn't there for Chevy.
Oh, Chevy, Brandon, my man! Shout out to Brandon.
The map I remember playing on Ghosts was the one with like the castle.
Oh no!
Was it Cobble?
It might have been called. I think it was called. I think it was called Cobblestone.
No, just Cobble.
I think it was Cobblestone, bro, but I don't know.
It was that one.
It was the big ass map on Ghosts. I know the map you're talking about.
What was it? There was also another guy. Remember the other Grant?
Yeah, other Grant, Gradient Meat.
Gradient?
Yeah, bro, I was gonna bring him up. You beat me to it.
And there was then you did find like another Nick, but he disappeared real fucking quick.
Yeah, but that was pretty much like the extent of the people in Ghosts was Austin, Brandon, and other Grant.
Grant kind of left after Ghosts.
Yeah, I had him added on Facebook. I think I still do, to be honest.
But yeah, the ones that stuck around the longest were both Austin and Chevy, and even then, I think Austin stuck around the longest.
Yeah, he did. But no, yeah, that was Ghosts, and then that was kind of like the starting point of how I got into esports, and I blame you for it. Well, I don't blame you for it, but when I go back, and if anyone were to ask me, how did you get started in esports, I gave it to you, Nick, because due to the fact it was you and Cameron mainly, but it was mainly you. I remember I was bored one night. I was watching YouTube videos. I had no videos left to watch. So it was when Maya Night had first started. So I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna watch this. So because I know like you and Cameron were watching, and you're like, oh, it's really good. So I'm like, fuck it. I had nothing else left to watch. It was really late at night. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch this. So then I watched I think it was the first episode. Well, not the first episode, but it was the episode where Maya Night and Die Night were first introduced. And I got really into it. So then, as you guys probably know from my channel and stuff, but and then whenever Nadeshot would play, I thought he was fucking hilarious. So I ended up starting watching his YouTube videos, and when I first started watching him, it was the week before UMG Nashville and Ghosts. That was the first event I ever watched, was UMG Nashville and Ghosts. It was the Optic pink jerseys, when they had the pink jerseys, because it was October.
Oh yeah.
It was October, and yeah, that was the first event I watched, and that was when I first started getting into esports, and that's how I go about it, because you guys brought up Maya Night, and I watched that, and then got to Nadeshot, and that's how I got into esports. But I'd always played game battles and stuff, and I always used to get shit on in Ghosts and stuff. But no.
Mine goes way farther back than that. Mine goes I was watching Syndicate, and it was back in the Black Ops 2 days, and he talked about rooting for Optic during college champs back then, and that's how I found Nate Shot was through that. And I watched Nate Shot like way back in the Black Ops 2 days. Him and Scump. I watched them both, but I didn't I wasn't delved into esports as much back then.
Yeah.
I just watched them as YouTubers, but I knew about the esports scene back then because of Syndicate, because he was a big Optic fan at the time.
Yeah.
And then it was right before Advanced Warfare had came out that we started RiFt.
Yeah, because I distinctly remember this. I was in my English class, and Cameron, you're gonna know this, but I was in my English class, and we were in the TLC. I don't remember what I was doing for English, but like, remember how Ghost, they had like the Call of Duty Elite like clan page or whatever?
Yeah.
It was because remember our clan was originally GoKo, so I was like, I texted Austin, or I kicked him at the time because I think we all used Kick back then.
Yeah, we always kick.
I kicked Austin. I'm like, yo, because like I had seen something on Twitter. It's like reserve your clan name now or something for Ghost, because they were doing this, or not for Ghost, for Advanced Warfare, because they were doing like the same thing. They were like transferring it over. You could like transfer your clan over. So I kicked Austin. I'm like, yo, we need a cool name. So me and him I was in my English class in the TLC, and we came up with RiFt, and I'm like, oh, that sounds dope. And then I think the nation part came from like, it was either like Rise Nation or like Optic Nation. I was like, I don't want it to be RiFt Gaming. I'm like, I want something cool, so it came up to be RiFt Nation, and that's where the name came from. Me and Austin came up with it. It was in my English class, and right before, it was like a month or two before Advanced Warfare came out. It was probably like a month before Advanced Warfare came out.
Advanced Warfare was like the most hype.
Oh no, people might hate on it just because it's the first like advanced movement Call of Duty, but
Advanced
like
Warfare was the best
out of the past three. I've had the most fun I had the most fun playing Advanced Warfare. I don't know if that's just because they had a good competitive playlist. Like I liked how it was ran compared to what.
Play.
Yeah, I liked.
Sledgehammer just embraced also esports more than any other company has.
I feel like Treyarch did a lot last year with Black Ops 3, but they never. I just feel like people didn't play the competitive arena play or whatever it was called. They just didn't play it.
But I remember when I had first found out, I had come into your room and you were like on Skype with Nick or something talking about how you created RiFt. And I remember I was like, oh, let me join, and like I didn't know what I was gonna do in there.
Bro, that's just like today.
Yeah, exactly. Though I don't have like a position right now.
But no, yeah. So it all kind of started.
Go back to coaching the CS:GO team.
It all kind of started in like the Advanced Warfare. That's when RiFt really officially got started.
Was a thing. That's like the transition from GoKo to RiFt was.
That because I remember we used to play the hell out of fucking ranked play. Oh my god, bro.
I love how it's transitioned all the way to CS:GO. Me and Cameron always fight for usually who would be the better sniper.
It was I loved playing ranked play, bro.
Advanced Warfare ranked play. I remember always had that Moors, and I always remember just on Riot getting that pick in the S&D. Always, they'd hop down from like the third roof.
Yeah.
And I remember always just me and Nick would fight over who'd get that pick.
Low key, we honestly need to hook up like the Xboxes again and get Advanced Warfare out and just see if we can fucking play.
I don't even have an Xbox anymore.
Oh, you already used? Damn.
I gave it to Nathan.
But no, that's how it all started. But let's see. I remember that's how it kind of all started. It was us just playing ranked play and stuff because that was the competitive playlist. But then then like we found out from the Mionite server that Blake had played. Blake played Blake played COD from the Mionite server. So we're like, all right, let's get Blake. He can come play with us. So Blake eventually started playing with us, and me and Blake have been teaming together since then. Like it's been almost.
Blake carried us back in those GBs and AW. Oh my god.
He still carries me today.
Blake was like the S&D god. Like he was like on a whole compared to all of us, he was like on a whole new level. Like shit.
But no, yeah. Blake, he carried me. Like he still even carries me. Me and him have been playing together for shit. That was Advanced Warfare. So
that's about.
It's gonna be 3 years soon. It's coming up on 3 years. It'll be 3 years this year. When the new game drops, it'll be 3 years.
I'm gonna honestly be kind of down that there won't be like a second Advanced Warfare. I kind of really would like that.
Yeah, I would have too, to be honest. But
I feel like if there was a second Advanced Warfare, though, it just
would
would
have killed
capture
COD,
like the same thing as it did with the first one.
Yeah, that's true.
It exactly, but like just the nostalgia, I guess. I don't know. But I wanted to go back to the first one day, just because fucking just going through all the nostalgic and trying to play some ranked play.
Yeah.
It really surprised me
like
how they're still updating.
There's not gonna be that many people playing that though.
Oh, they're still updating the shit, so I would imagine it.
All people bitch about to like the IW staff is like ranked play, or not ranked play, league play. They want league play from Black Ops 2 back, and they never answer the fucking question. I remember watching a live stream one time. It was like a multiplayer like community question, and people, all they were doing was spamming in the Twitch chat was league play, league play, league play, and they did not answer it. They never answered the question, and there is still not a competitive playlist in Infinite Warfare.
Like, yeah, everyone always loved and missed, like, this is before even Advanced Warfare. Like, Advanced Warfare was good, but like everyone goes all the way back and long to the days of like league play and Black Ops. I remember you and me playing that all the way back in the day. It was you.
Oh yeah.
Only like it was just we would always play league play, and what was it? We got rank 1 or we got like number 1, and was it the silver one?
I don't remember. That's what it was silver. I'm pretty sure we ended on that. I could never get out of fucking silver in league play.
What are you guys talking about?
League play. League play and Black Ops 2.
Me and Grant would always play that together.
Oh yeah, see, I never played. I didn't play competitive really in Black Ops 2. The only time I really ever played like competitive matchmaking was during Advanced Warfare, which I was the highest out of all of us.
But no, yeah. Going back to Advanced Warfare, getting us kind of back on topic. I remember we got Blake and we played with him a lot. Who was it mainly? It was
okay. I can actually go back all the way to.
Was it us three and Blake?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
That was the ranked play.
Because when Rift Nation actually happened, you wanted like I think you did either like a vote or you did a choosing of yourself personally of who you wanted on the Rift Nation team as like a starter and a sub. Me and Cameron are like.
Oh yeah, it was like me, Blake, Austin, and
Chevy. Chevy was the final pick.
But Chevy never really played.
And then then it switched to me, and then I became a starter because I played in the Iron Tourney or whatever the fuck it was called.
Was this during B team?
Titanium Tourney. Yeah, this was when you made B team, and I Grant put me as captain.
I forgot about the B team, to be honest.
Found someone else. I think it was either Dylan or someone else at the time. I can't remember who it was.
I think it was Dylan.
But he found someone else, and he ended up being like, "Yo, you're captain of B team," because you came up with it, Cam, and then he just texted me. I think the same day, saying, "Hey, you're captain of B team, by the way."
But no, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when we got Dylan because I remember we were looking for a fourth, and I was looking for someone on Twitter, and I found Dylan, and Dylan was playing with us.
First off, let's all talk about the shit that went on with Johnny. Oh my god.
Bro, oh my god, Johnny.
Oh, not the drama with Johnny.
Johnny and Ricky?
Ricky?
Yes, oh
Ricky
my
god,
bro.
Let's just not even bring them up.
Johnny and Ricky were...
Ricky was terrible. Like, Ricky, I actually seriously do not want to talk about him because he was that much worse, but Johnny was just an asshole.
Got that ugly ass picture
Ricky
of Johnny on
is
my
like
phone.
the equivalent of that toxic CSGO player you find in like a public match. That's what Ricky was.
Yeah, that's true. But no, yeah, Dylan was the one we picked up, and then me, Dylan, and Blake have been teaming together since then. It was probably a few months after Advanced Warfare came out. So it's probably been 2 years we've been.
Then before we transition to Black Ops 2, we got to talk about the final thing in Advanced.
Are we talking about your Detroit play?
Oh yeah.
What was it?
No.
It was
I'm making the comeback. I'm gonna make the comeback.
Nick is making the comeback, guys. You've heard it. You heard it here first.
And we're gonna win COD champs one Detroit play at a time.
It was me, Dylan, and Blake.
It was 2v2s. We were doing 2v2s.
Yeah, we're doing.
I think it was me and you or me and Blake. Actually, no. I think it was me and you, and then Blake and Dylan, because I knew Blake was the one that was defusing the bomb.
Yeah, and what did you do, Nick? What did you do?
I went to go
What did you do?
I went to go punch him, I'm pretty sure. No, I missed shots, and then I went to go punch him, and my punch missed. And
You missed the punch, and he defused the bomb, and we lost the game because of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't was game. That wasn't even the round right there. I literally after that I went.
Didn't you just like you like left the game or something like that? Didn't you?
I didn't even leave the game. I literally took the disc out of the console, threw it in my chair, and was like, "Yep, I'm waiting till Black Ops 3." That was my last game.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
And I actually did wait till Black Ops 3 because it was like only a couple weeks.
Bro, did you even play Black Ops 3 like once?
Yeah.
When?
Yeah. I played at the very beginning.
No, we played a lot because remember
I
he
played...
had was it adaptive?
No, it was.
Oh yeah.
One of those two.
I played GBs with you guys, and I think that was actually like the few GBs I played in those were like the only GBs I actually semi carried you guys in.
Because during Black Ops 3, that's when I had left Rift.
You wouldn't play for us.
And I just recently came back to Rift because I just kind of put myself back on.
You just kind of rejoined.
Actually, you were decent. You just in that one GB I remember we played in. I didn't even play in it. This was when I was owning. But that you played in, you made a mistake. It wasn't even your skill. You made a mistake.
Bro,
you used the wrong kill streaks.
I want to. No, we're getting past this, but I want to go back to the ranked play games on my channel.
Yo, let's go back to the uplink.
Oh, are we talking about the uplink? It was on. What was the map? It was Biolab. Was the map? The Biolab uplink. We clutched it with. No, it wasn't even 0.5. It was less than that.
If you go back and look at it, it was 0.5 seconds.
How we clutched it and tied it with 0.5 seconds left in the game off just a lucky throw, bro.
Yeah, you had some Hail Mary pass.
I had a Hail Mary pass and you grabbed it.
I still remember where I was.
I'm screaming, I'm under the goal, I'm under the goal, pass it.
Bro, I don't remember that whatsoever. I just kind of slid out of square and just kind of threw it towards their goal. And you just happened to grab it.
Yeah, I was under their goal, screaming pass it. I'm under here, and you
all I remember
dead.
is
I
doing a lot of
jumped.
alley-oops on Biolab.
Yeah, you do it off top glass. Remember, you just grab the ball, push it straight up to snow, and you have someone go top glass. You throw it up to them, they get it too easy.
I remember someone would get so mad at me because I was using the ASM1, and someone had literally messaged me and invited me to their party, and I joined, and they're like, "Why you gotta be a bitch and just use the ASM1?"
Bro, the
overpowered gun. I just started laughing. I'm like, I wasn't even using a variant.
The ASM1 is god.
Variants during range play. We'd always stomp kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I was platinum in ranked play. I don't even know what they.
I want to point out the also game where Blake went 33-1 in the retreat, capture the flag. He got a DNA bomb in a competitive game.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Also, there's a search on what was the map called? Solar or something like that.
Yeah.
It was, I think, Solar.
Solar. I got a fucking 20 bomb in search. No, it was called Recovery or something like that. I think.
Sure it was Recovery or Solar?
I know that those are both maps. I'm pretty sure I got the 20 bomb on Recovery though. It was me and Austin and maybe Blake. I got 20 kills.
I wasn't in that one. Yeah, that actually wasn't. It was Recovery. I'm pretty sure because I remember watching that.
I went 20-5. I'm pretty sure in a game of search. Yeah, it was me, Blake, and Austin. I went 20-5.
I remember back in Advanced Warfare when the first map pack had come out, and I had stayed up until 6 in the morning.
Okay, after this, I want to talk about something.
All right.
But
Oh, Cameron just stopped. Cameron, all right.
Hold on, literally something really quick. You can go really quick.
We forgot about one crucial thing back in Black Ops 2.
Are we talking about staying up for the map packs or what?
Yes, that is exactly it.
Bro, I remember skipping school and shit for the map packs.
The only one that actually worked.
The only one, bro.
We did actually all
was
night.
Origins.
The one we did all night was Buried.
Buried, and then I fell asleep when it was downloading.
It was me and Cameron. Literally, Cameron was the only reason why I stayed awake. Because I would be sitting, we were both about to pass out, but Cameron would say something every 2 minutes, and I would automatically pop right back.
Bro, I remember I was awake when it came out, and then our internet was so slow, it took forever to download, so I fell asleep when it was downloading.
And then the funniest thing, the Origins one, Grant, was the one we skipped school for.
Oh yeah, you and me, I skipped school. I even remember telling my chemistry teacher, I'm like, I'm not going to be at school tomorrow.
I skipped for that day. You and me both skipped for that day and played Origins and some of the map packs.
Yeah.
And some of the maps on it, but What was it? That was like the one we did skip school for, but then that's not even the biggest. Like that was the next all-nighter one we did was in Ghost, and I can't even remember what map it was.
I don't
what
either.
map pack, but we stayed up all night for it.
Remember
wasn't the last
Extinction,
one.
bro?
Yeah, Extinction. Oh my god! But it wasn't even like the last one. I can't. I think it was like either the second or the third one that came out. It was one of them, but we stayed up all night for it, and it. Dude, those were crazy. I want to do honestly an all-nighter again. Not like on console, just to like find something to do.
Okay,
Because we haven't
so I
done
found what I
one
was
in a
looking
long
for.
ass time.
Oh, we
So,
found it.
In Advanced Warfare, when the first map pack came out, I remember staying up. And it was like 6 in the morning. And I've been playing this map pack like all night. And I remember my mom was like, "Did you go to sleep at all?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I just woke up early to play the new maps." She was like, "Okay," but I had stayed up and I went to sleep at like 10 in the morning. And like that night, I had some of the best games. Like, I found the screenshots from my Twitter. Like, it was like 3 in the morning. I was like 45 and 12 one game, and like 39 and 11. Like just playing in like straight silence by myself.
Oh my
like,
god,
3 in the
I
morning
played so much better back
with
in
the
the day.
ASM
Like,
one.
I played so like I remember going back to Ghost. I stayed home sick one day, and I decided to hop on Ghost and play. And I wasn't playing with like there was no one home at all, so I was literally just playing by myself. And those were the games I ever did the best. Like those were probably my best games ever in Ghost.
Yeah.
It
I don't
definitely was,
know.
like, my downfall.
See, me, I just have random games, like, random times, like, in pubs, I can go off and drop, like, 40, 50, and then there's times I just, like, fucking suck. Like,
CSGO.
I remember the one game I played, that was back on Black Ops 3, I think, with that one, like, 13-year-old that we dropped Alex from, like, Diversity for.
Oh my god.
And me and him were playing. We both went off. We were on Nuketown. And he went like 132
That whole
and like
team.
6 or something.
yo, we're kind of
That
getting
team
ahead of
is-
stuff, though. We're kind of still on Advanced Warfare. Diversity is kind of like a Black Ops 3 thing. I feel like we do
Okay.
need to go into it
the thing
about
is,
that.
Diversity is like a transition from Rift Bravo because Rift Bravo went to
Yeah,
Diversity.
because
Yeah.
Warfare, after that, Black Ops.
It was Black Ops 3.
You couldn't have
It was
two
the-
teams under one organization.
Yeah, well,
So,
it was, you couldn't have two teams in the Pro League under the same organization. So,
They just gave the idea.
so the thing is, it was pretty much the same team. It was just under a different name. But no, yeah, Black Ops 3. But no, I remember how bad we used to suck in Advanced Warfare. We got like 13. I remember it was a retreat. We played a retreat hardpoint in this Titanium League or something like
we got
that.
to buy the first round. We got to buy, and they never showed up. We ended up winning that for forfeit. That was the only one we won.
I think so. I think you're right. They never. We got a fucking like a forfeit win our first match. The next match.
It wasn't retreat. It wasn't retreat. What was it? It was the club one. It was like the one that's at night. It was like the club map.
Oh! I know the one you're talking about. I don't remember.
Terrace.
Terrace, that's it, yeah.
Terrace. That was the one we lost. That was the one I remember us getting beat so bad on.
We got like 13 points in a hard point or something like that. And then I don't think we played the rest of the series. I think we were just like, yeah, fuck this.
We played 2 games, I think, and I think it was like, first to 3, best of 5.
It was, but I remember we gave up. And then I DM'd the guy that was like hosting the league, and I'm like, yeah, bro, we can't do this. I'm like, we fucking suck. So we like dropped out of the league. We played like 2 matches, and the only one we won was because of fucking forfeit win.
Yeah, we were so bad back then. But then again, it wasn't like a legitimate team at the time.
Nah, it really
It
wasn't.
was just like it was kind of like basically a bunch of like people we found in random matches.
It was, yeah, it is. It was random people we found throughout our 2 years of playing COD.
It was literally like it was me, you, Austin, and his friend. Like none of them were like actually competitively experienced.
Yeah, no.
Bro, I remember a game on retreat, like bitching at some. I think it was another league or something we were in. I guarantee. I'm pretty sure it was me, Blake, Dylan, and Austin maybe. I remember playing on retreat and getting like 13 points in a hard point and just like bitching at each other.
Advanced Warfare. Who remembers the EM1?
Bro, is that the laser gun?
That was.
That
Bro.
thing, that was the best gun. I remember I used to pull that out in our uplinks.
Speaking of Austin, I remember one time in Advanced Warfare, like getting into a scream match with him. Like we both got pissed at each other for something. I'm really surprised I didn't lose my voice that night because we both like, it was not an argument. It was a full-fledged scream match. Like that's something that you would get into with like Austin. Like it wasn't an argument. You would literally start screaming at each other.
But no, yeah, pretty much. I think. Is there anything else we have to say about Advanced Warfare, or is that's pretty much it? I feel like that's it. We played a lot of the ranked play.
And then the big part, at least in my eyes, and I guess Cameron's.
Dylan and Blake. Was there anybody else we got really in? Alex, no. Kind of. Alex played Advanced Warfare with you guys.
Yeah.
No, because
he like subbed for us occasionally.
Alex, but then I got my Xbox One and he never got his.
But no, then let's talk about like the biggest part after that was the transition of RiFt Bravo at the end of AW to the start of Black Ops 3 where it started as diversity. So I remember distinctly junior year, I'm sitting in like a mechatronics class and I'm sitting there like trying to DM kids to like see if they want to join RiFt Bravo. No one would join. I would get people on the team and I would be busy. Like I would get a team of 2 and I would try to find another 2. And while I'm trying to find another 2, those 2 guys would leave. Those 2 guys would leave just randomly. Like, I would get them for a date and then they would leave. Sometimes I'd be nice about it and sometimes I'd just be like, sure, like, you know, give me the middle finger and I'll leave.
But no, yeah, so, I feel like, yeah, that's just how it was back then.
And then I gave up on it. I'm like, okay, I'm done doing this. I'm just gonna wait for a little bit and see what happens. And the fucking, I think it was literally the beginning of, like, it was somewhere in the start of Black Ops 3. I was still playing with you guys a little bit. We played a couple of GBs and Black Ops 3. I remember that because I remember distinctly. It was what was it? It was the western looking map on Black Ops 3.
Oh, I don't remember.
The default one. It was like a deserty kind of one. I wouldn't want to say it was western, but it was like deserty. It had like the little train.
On Black Ops 3?
Grandmas.
On Black Ops 3?
Yeah. Grandmas.
It was one of
those. Well, they all have grandmas. Every map has grandmas. I don't know.
No, it was like grandmas, silo. There was a train one. Train was a hard point. There was barn.
Oh, Fringe. That's it.
I remember playing on that one time.
Bro, why could I not think of the name of that map?
That's the one where we won the search and destroy.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that was. But no, so then like at the start of it, Alex comes in and is like, I'll find people for your team if you want me to. And I'm like, sure, you can go ahead. And he found KJ. That's basically where it boosted. I feel like finding KJ is where like as soon as I saw KJ, like there was one time he DM'd me and he was like, no lie, I think this is gonna be my home. And I'm like, shit, if I got a loyal player, then I'll try it again.
Holy shit, a loyal player.
So I fucking...
These pros ain't loyal.
And then fucking...
he was
I don't know. It was... We got Cameron. And then we got fucking...
It was Alex. And, Jared, bro.
And fucking
Jared, you know how much shit talk Jared
he was...
Jared?
He was decent. But the amount of shit... Like, he had a bigger ego when it came to skill. And I remember that... Oh my god, shit went down that night on the fucking rivalry match.
Oh yeah, I feel like we're still getting too far ahead. Obviously we kind of talked about how diversity had started. Obviously, with the league rule about two teams, so that's kind of how diversity started. But no, Black Ops 3 was crazy. Like, I don't know. Pretty much our fourth for Black Ops 3 was other Dylan, Physic.
Yeah, Physic, and then he didn't even stay around. He didn't stay around much longer after the.
No, he didn't. We never see. That's our problem. Even today, we really don't have like a set fourth. We've never had a set fourth. Me, Dylan, and Blake have been playing together for over 2 years, and like we just can't get a fourth. But we do have someone that we need to run with. Whenever, I don't know. We need to set a schedule.
As soon as everything happens, I'm making the comeback.
We have a nice fourth. I played him in a singles the other day. He's pretty good.
I will be the nicest fourth you'll ever have as soon as I get everything.
But no, yeah. Let's talk about like the showdown, the rivalry match.
So on my side, obviously, I'm sitting here having to like try to defend my team because I'm having to literally try to. I'm sitting here like Jared is literally throwing shit and shade at everyone, and I'm sitting here trying to fucking like cover for it.
Yeah,
I'm basically taking all the brunt force from him. I'm just like.
We had to like make a rule that there was no shit talking, so we could actually play the game.
He still didn't even follow it either.
I know. Didn't we have like a group chat and everyone would just shit talking it?
Yeah, I we did.
Jared was like, he was like the killer when it came to fucking in-game shit talking. Like he was funny. He was funny as fuck at times. But the hard point, I remember I was watching the hard point, and I thought my team was down the whole time, and then I just noticed.
You realized you guys were up. It was breach hard point.
And then the one play that got you guys, like, D2 saved you guys in that hard
Yeah,
point.
no, Physic really saved us in that hard point.
He pulled out his specialist and got.
It was the scythe, bro.
And then after that,
He locked down the spawns, bro. We got the cages. It was cages, bro.
It was 250 to like.
You guys had like 248, bro.
Yeah, it was like 250 to 240.
You guys choked.
And then you guys like, I don't know what happened in the S&D. The S&D.
Oh, we got shit on the search. I really. You don't know. Physic might have won us. Physic might have won us the first match, but he definitely lost us the second match.
That and the fact that you didn't have the Razorback on it, bro. What was it?
It was the Razorback. No, it was. Or maybe.
Oh
no, it was the Vesper.
It was the Vesper. Yeah.
It was the Vesper. Was my best gun, bro.
You know what, the second match, the S&D.
Yeah.
And then other Dylan had the sniper the whole.
Yeah, that's why we lost. We kept telling him, we're like, yo, just put the sniper away. He would not put the sniper away. So we were pretty much playing 3v4 the entire map.
I can't remember.
Also, me and Alex both had those big clutches.
Yeah, bro.
We both had like both 1v3 clutches against them.
I had a 1v2 clutch and he had a 1v3 clutch.
And that was crazy. And they captured the flag. Something happened with the capture the flag.
You were hosting it because we wanted a neutral host, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And then you like did the settings wrong or something. No, you did. You did the settings wrong or something like that.
Away, didn't she? Was it KJ or Jared? Someone got their router.
It was Jared.
He got his router taken away.
But no, you did the settings wrong on the CTF because it was Stronghold CTF. I remember that was the map. I told my team, I'm like, yo, because remember it was ban and protect and everything. I'm like, yo, protect the Vesper. That was the first thing we did was protect the Vesper. So it was Stronghold CTF. You did the settings wrong. You only had the cap limit to 3 per side instead of the entire 5 minutes. So we got 3 caps really quickly. I remember I was 9-3 at the half with the Vesper. And then I remember that we had like streaks and everything, and then like Jared disconnected, he like lost connection or something, and we're like, what the fuck? So we ended the game and we got in the group chat, we're like, Jared, what the fuck? He's like, oh, my aunt just took my router or something. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding. And they're like, oh, we'll finish this another time. And you know what happened? We never fucking finished it.
No, because remember Blake's like, oh, my brother or whatever is taking my Xbox to college. I don't
Yeah.
know what the fuck the thing was. That's what Blake ended up saying, so that's why I never finished it. His Xbox One was supposed to be, and the funny part is that never even happened. He still had it the whole time.
But no.
It never got taken away.
We could always say who won that. Like, no one knows.
You can't say it because it would have went to a third map, and no one.
I know, it would have went to a third map. We more than likely were going to win the CTF.
Sorry, not a third.
I know. We probably were going to win the CTF because, like I said, we were up 3-0 at half, and, like, we had full streaks. Like, most of us had streaks.
Wouldn't it went to an uplink? Were we doing
yeah, it would have went to an uplink. No, it was an uplink, and then it was another search.
So who knows what happened?
Who knows? But, yeah, that's what that happened. And then pretty much not long after that, Physic left, and I don't know. Then we pretty much just ran 3s, and that's what we do even today is just run 3s. But no, that's where we are, us competing-wise, but...
Yeah, Diversity never really went anywhere, because, like, we were trying to really, like, KJ was hell-bent on wanting to get a team that could travel. Like, even with Squeaker Kid, after, like, Alex was taken out,
yeah.
Even with Squeaker Kid, we still had, like, we had a set roster, like, online-wise, we could have played.
But no, pretty much...
Alex was only taken out because of his time constraints that he had with his fucking brothers. But when we got Squeaker Kid, I cannot remember what his name was.
I remember the online team I had, it was, like, Atmos.
Oh, it was Happy. That was his name.
Was it Happy?
That Alex got replaced by.
Yeah. But he was good. I mean, he always argued the fucking.
Yeah, he was good.
Is the reason why
him and Jared were argued though.
But no, I remember my online team. It was like Atmos, Unity.
And we were supposed to play them too. That team was supposed to play them, but then
Who was the other team? They were like undefeated in. I remember we were in this league and they were undefeated. They hadn't even lost a map. They were undefeated in the league, and
I think it was still them.
Yeah, no, it was. It was, and then we ended up like dropping out of the league or something because there was like no prize or something like that. So we were like, fuck it. We went to go join another league or something.
The PA league.
Yeah, and then we tried to play the qualifier, and we got like we got trashed or something in the qualifiers. But it was like at most Unity. I can't remember the other people. It was like Gavin.
Yeah.
I don't remember who else it was.
I think
Dan.
Gavin was someone else.
Raha.
I also think Gavin was one of the people that was on your
That was my Advanced Warfare team.
Was that your Advanced Warfare team?
Yeah, that was.
I thought there was a kid on.
It was an all-Chicago team. It was me, DZ, Sham, and what was the last kid's name? Legend.
I swear to God, you had a kid on one of your LAN teams that was called Gavin.
No, I haven't.
Oh, I swear to God.
There was a kid on my Advanced Warfare team that I teamed with. That was the first like competitive team I was ever on. We were all in Chicago, and then there was another kid. I'm pretty sure there was a Gavin on the Atmos team. It's just I can't remember what his alias was.
What the heck?
I could go back and look, but
I wasn't even really in Rift much though back then. But I'm pretty sure nothing ever happened with Rift that much in competitive until towards Xenopocalypse, the first ever event.
But no, we're gonna go there now. So pretty much how the first event kind of all took place was, I don't remember what made me randomly just want to get a team, but I remember Sydney was in Rift at the time, and she was like the co-owner.
Yeah.
Or not, but she was the manager, and I was like, well, I need to, I don't know, just randomly, we talked about getting a team. So me and her spent like a long time watching people's streams and stuff, and she had like known people. Originally, who was it? The original team, this was for MLG Orlando 2016. It was pretty much the last event for, well, besides Champs, it was the last event for Black Ops 3. It was, originally the roster was Zeus, Greedy, who else was it? Enemy?
Yeah, it was Enemy, because I remember you talking about it.
Was it Fancy? I think it was them. So what ended up happening was, they ended up dropping Greedy. I can't remember who else they got after that. Oh, Toxic. It wasn't Fancy. It was Enemy. It was Enemy, Zeus, Greedy, and Toxic was the original team. They ended up dropping Greedy and got Fancy. So then what ended up happening, I guess they got in an argument. So Zeus and Toxic left. And then Enemy and Fancy still teamed together. So they're like, yo, do you still want us on your team? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So then they got Sirac and Illusory. Well, no, it wasn't Sirac and Illusory. It was originally Sirac and Permission. But then like a week before roster lock, I think it was Fancy and Permission got in like a fight, and Permission left. So we got Illusory as like a last minute pickup, and that was the team for Orlando. And yeah, we went to Orlando.
Like the worst placing out of all the ones we've been to.
Orlando's our best placing.
Was it the best placing?
Yeah, top 44.
Well, I mean, there were a lot less teams.
There were a lot less teams. The open bracket was a lot less stacked. Every event gets harder. At least nowadays it does. But no, that was our best placing. It was top 44 as of now.
Oh, shit, let's talk about Panda back in fucking Atlanta.
Oh, bro, yeah.
We'll get there.
We're getting there, Nick. But no, yeah, that was pretty much Black Ops 3, really. We had the online team of Atmos and them. We had our first LAN event.
That event was basically, that LAN event was like really the only peak of Rift. That was the first event ever for Rift.
So pretty much after Orlando, we'll go into this part. I wanted to get a COD Champs qualifier team, and I had talked to people, but obviously nothing ever went through.
You came close though.
I almost got a qualifier team, but they said before we pick an org, we want to see if we can even get into COD Champs first. They obviously didn't get in, so I didn't get a team. But after Orlando, I already knew like the Orlando team more than likely wasn't going to stick together with.
It dropped like pretty much instantly.
But no, I knew that, so I'm like I was talking to people at the event. Calvin, who lives in Chicago, he was on my flight to Orlando actually when I first got there. I knew he was going to be at the event because he had Astros on when he first got on the plane. I was sitting down in my seat and he walked past me and had Astros on. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So literally when we landed in Orlando, I waited for him to get off the plane and I was talking to him for a bit. And then he he was actually really good friends with Illusory, so I saw him a lot at the event. And so yeah, I was talking to him. Obviously, we talked. He eventually, following Orlando, he eventually was. I made him captain for going into the Infinite Warfare season, which is where we're at now. So Infinite Warfare, it was the roster going in, like before any events were even announced, like probably a few weeks after the game came out. We had a set roster. It was Calvin, Mark, Alpha. Who else was it? It was Mark, Daniel, and Tyler. Daniel and Tyler. Daniel Twisdy and Tyler Kukaloo. That was the team going in. So then Calvin and Mark ended up leaving. They left because fuck if I know. They went to another team, and yeah. So then it was the day they left. The day that MLG Vegas got announced. Because I remember I was driving to college, and then I was waiting for my class to start. I was standing outside my chemistry room waiting for my teacher to get there. And I looked at my phone, and everyone was talking about Vegas. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I opened up Twitter, and I saw MLG Vegas, and I DM'd the team chat. I'm like, yo, guys, Vegas was announced today. We were all kind of hyped up for it because, like, it's the first event. It's in a few weeks. We're like, we got this shit. Let's go. Let's kill it. So then after that, it was later that day. It was after my composition class or something like that. I remember I was in, like, the cyber cafe or whatever the fuck thing it was. I was printing out something, and they had Calvin texted me and was like, yeah, I can't go to Vegas. He's like, it's my girlfriend's birthday or something like that. And he's like, I can't, I gotta get her a gift and shit like that. He's like, I can't afford it. I was like, yeah, it's no problem. And then later that day, Mark also texted me. He was like, yeah, man, I'm not confident in this team. I was like, all right, cool. So we had the team of 2. We ended up getting JP and Evan for the event, and that's how that went. We pretty much played them. We got with them. Going into the event, obviously, they had the first 2K. We got fucked. You know, always getting fucked in the 2Ks. So we played EG for pro points. And then the next day after no, it wasn't the 2K. It was the Vegas qualifier first. But we played the Vegas, like, qualifier. It was, like, the top 4 teams being pool players, some shit like that for the qualifier. So we played that. We lost to EG in round 4 or round 3 or something like that. I think it was round 4. Then the next day was the 2K. We ended up losing to EG for pro points. We played them twice in 2 days. We lost to them, so we didn't get any pro points. And that was pretty much it for Vegas. We went to Vegas. We played top 60. The whole detailed stuff is in the Vegas video on my channel. Then yeah, so after that, obviously, rosters, JP, Evan left. I'm like, alright, and then Tyler's like, I can build a new roster. Nothing against Tyler, but the way I had watched him play at the event, I just wasn't confident in his ability to get me a winning team, so I dropped the entire team, and then I was like, alright, let's get a team, and then I was trying to get a team, and then nothing worked. It was originally, Calvin was going to be on the team again, and Zach Illusory, who played at Orlando. It's going to be Calvin, Zach, Blake Buckshot, and then, like, Carbon from T37. Then
all I remember is Daniel was randomly coming back in it.
Yeah, but that was the original team, and then that didn't work out, and Daniel was like, yo, man, I got a team. I was like, alright, let's see what you got, and they played well together, so I was like, alright, Daniel, I'm like, show me what you got, prove to me, because Atlanta was already announced, so we knew Atlanta was coming up and everything. We knew Atlanta was coming up before Vegas even happened. It was announced before then, so everyone kind of had that on their mind at Vegas. They were thinking about where they were going to be for Atlanta. So, yeah, we got Daniel and his team. It was Daniel, Tucker, Ben, and Nathan for Atlanta. We played top 64. Everyone left.
One hell of an event.
Yeah, Atlanta was so fun. It was really fun. Obviously, we didn't play... Well, I don't want to say we didn't play great. The open bracket's just stacked now. It's so hard. If you get a bad seed, you get fucked. That's what it is.
Like, we played the first time we played, should have beat them. But
Oh, we definitely should. We should have beat Saints and Angels.
We should have beat them. That should have been an easy win for us.
Yeah.
But we didn't take the hard points seriously at the time, and
Yeah,
then
they just weren't.
we got the S&D.
They weren't focused up.
Yeah, and I remember that. But I'm not gonna lie. I just want to go to the let's go some behind the scenes. I just want to talk about the fucking condo.
Oh,
not the condo. Why were all the others so nice?
Bro, I don't know.
He even got the fucking event hotel for Dallas, Cam, when he was gonna do Dallas.
Yeah, the only reason I did the condo for Atlanta was because we had so many people. Like,
it wasn't even the condo that bothered me. It was you gave me a completely different picture.
I told you I changed it.
You never told me.
I guarantee I told you.
You never ever told me you changed the condo, and I walk in there. I walk into the hotel, and at first I'm at the main floor. I'm like, this is kind of nice. I dig it. And we get up in the hotel, and I'm like, oh, well, they're doing, or the condo, and I'm like, oh, they're doing renovations. There's no carpet down. They got some paint stuff up.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I'm sitting up here in the hallway confused as fuck because they got blue tape all over the shit because they're painting. I don't know where the fucking room 207 is. And then I get there, and this shit don't even have a lock on it that it was supposed to.
Bro, that's exactly. I showed you the email, bro, and then I texted them and they told me.
And then you texted them, they told you, and I got in, and then I'm in here and I'm like, this is not what I've seen in the pictures, and I am thrown off and everything. And then you and Cameron eventually got there, and then it was Daniel.
The address that I knew all the codes for every single door was literally the address of the hotel and then the room number.
It was like it was 215.
207.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about the fucking rooms right beside us.
Bro, the ones next to us looked like a fucking suite, bro. It looked like it should be in a mansion.
I think we were honestly the only ghetto room. We were the only ghetto room in the whole
stickers on our walls.
Honestly, bro.
Fan's about to fall off.
Bro, the ceiling fan literally almost fell.
Yeah, that was crazy as fuck. But I actually wanted to go back while you were talking. I wanted to ask you, in a personal way, when you went to Orlando, you're fucking in Orlando.
Yeah.
There's no one really, you.
Oh, bro, I had never met any of these people a day in my life.
Honestly, the first time when you went to Orlando, my first thoughts while you were gone, I'm like, how the fuck is this man handling her? And he's with people he don't even know. What the fuck? So I was actually want to ask you, what were your thoughts when you're there? You're there with 4 people you don't know anything about.
Well, the thing with Orlando was, we did not stay. As a team, we didn't stay all together.
Oh, so you guys weren't in the same hotel room?
No, bro. First, we were in 3 different hotels or something like that, or 4 different hotels, I think. Yeah, I think everyone stayed in a different hotel. At least every player. I ended up rooming with Marshall, who was. I had never met him before in my life, so fuck if I knew, bro. It was really awkward. I'm a really awkward person. I don't really like talking to new people.
Yeah, fucking. I was sitting in there I remember distinctly. I'm sitting in there, sitting in the IHOP with a bunch of random ass people. You and Cameron, and I'm sitting here what the fuck?
Well, see, lucky with that, I obviously knew some people. I knew Cameron, I knew you, I knew Daniel.
I knew Daniel was the one I really knew coming into that because I watched Daniel's streams and all that. I knew the man, I knew the face, I knew the voice.
Obviously, I knew Daniel because I had stayed with him in Vegas. We were all in the same hotel room.
Yeah.
But no, going back to the Orlando thing, it was me and Marshall in a hotel room, and we weren't at the venue hotel. I don't think anyone was at the venue hotel, but we were there, and me and him split the hotel together or something like that. I had never met him before. I don't know. I ended up sleeping on the couch, the pull-out couch, and he got the bed because obviously he was the one that rented the hotel. And I'm like, yo, let me room with you. I'm like, I'll pay half. So that's what we did. I was fine sleeping on the hotel bed, but I don't know. It's just weird. And then the thing is, Devin, he ended up living in Florida, so he drove to the event, so we didn't have to Uber anywhere. He would pick us up at our hotel, and then we just randomly got in this guy's car. Another guy I had never met before. I just randomly got in his fucking car.
Yeah, fucking. I was when we were in Atlanta, we were trying to figure out fucking sleep schedule. I'm like, I'm not about to sleep with some random ass person in the same bed.
Yeah.
He's getting fucking other Cameron on the
Bro, shit, I did that in Vegas. Now I'm thinking about it. Obviously, Orlando, I slept on the. It was just me and Marshall in the room. I slept on the pull-out couch. In fucking Vegas.
On the floor in Vegas.
No, Vegas, we had 5 people in one hotel room, and we had 2 beds. Like, the first night, me and Tyler slept in the same bed. The second night, I put a bunch of chairs together, like desk chairs and stuff like that, and just like chairs. I put them all together. I slept on that for 2 nights straight. And then the third night, it was... Who was it? I don't remember. I like passed out or something though. I went back to the hotel room early or something because everybody else. No, this was Sunday. The party was on Saturday. But this was everybody else. They were out or something because they were 21. They were probably at like the casino or something. I was at the hotel watching like a movie or something. I like ended up passing out in one of the beds, and then I think I slept with like JP or something like that. I don't remember.
Is it me or with events? Does it like it feels so slow when you're there, but once the trip's over, it like you try to remember it and it's just a blur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally like you can't sit there and remember one individual thought without going through the whole thing. Like Atlanta felt so. First of all, no. Actually, go back to being inside the fucking venue. There was like a time machine in there.
Yeah, it really was.
You go in there to like 11 in the morning. And
especially on Sunday, bro. I didn't move on Sunday.
Yeah, what would feel like
the same row watching main stage the entire day.
What would feel like fucking 5 minutes would go from 11 to I think 8 or something like.
The only time we ever left was like to go get food. That was the only time we'd leave the venue.
We never left on Sunday either. We stayed.
We stayed the entire day. We literally Sunday we got food at where did we eat at again?
Taco.
The pizza place.
No, I'm talking about in the morning. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ate at the pizza place. We ate at the pizza place. We went to the venue. We stayed there literally all day until the tournament was over. Then we went to Taco Mac, and then we got an Uber back to the condo. And then the doorman wouldn't let us in.
And then let's just go back to it. Ever since the team got eliminated, we never really saw him until the condo that night, and then after.
No, I saw him once. I walked past.
Yeah, we saw him once on Sunday. I remember seeing him once on Sunday, but literally, I remember after that, we never really ever talked to them. Like after that, like we talked to him when we got back to the condo Saturday night. Sunday morning, left. Saw him once. That was it. Never saw him again. After that. Came back. Condo was like just. It was like they cleaned up most of it, but we still had like the water bottles and shit. We had to get cleaned up a bit. But let's go to the doorman. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the doorman wouldn't let us in. Okay, let me start this.
His job, man.
That's not his job, I guess. The doorman's job is not to let us in.
What was the one thing he said? That's not my that's your dick day or some shit. Like he said some weird. I could not understand.
That's your cheese dick, or something like. But no, we're gonna go in. So, what time do you guys think it is? It's probably 11 or something like that.
Like 11 or 12.
It's probably 11 or 12. We're outside our condo. We had just finished dinner. The event's over. We went out and got some dinner. We didn't eat at like a.
That dinner was bomb.
It was really good. So we got back. We're like we got our Uber back. We're just trying to get to our hotel, or not hotel, our condo. Like it's the last day. We're leaving in the morning. So we get in there. What we've been doing the entire weekend. There's a pin pad. You like buzz in a number and they just like unlock the door for you. We never had a problem. Yeah, we never had a problem the entire weekend until right now. So we buzzed the number like 4 times, and the doorman is not letting us in. So who was it? Was it you, Cameron? I told her to like walk down the window a bit and like knock on the window.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then.
We did it twice.
Yeah, we did it twice, and then the
finger like 1 minute.
Yeah, and then the doorman finally came out. He's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, you guys are supposed to have a key card or something like that. And we did have a key card, but we left it in the condo the entire weekend because it was like $45 if you lost it. And we had 10 people in the condo. Like, and the doorman had been letting us in the entire weekend.
And it was the same doorman. It was always a different door. Like, there was only 2 different doormen. There was one at day and one at night. We always came in with both of them. Like, both of them always let us in.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. They wouldn't let us in, and we eventually got in. We were like, thank God. So we got up to, finally.
The morning doorman was a nice guy. I'll give him that. Like, he was chill. Like,
I didn't really have to deal with any of them, really, besides that one time.
The night, there were only 2 different doormen. There was the one in the morning and one at night.
Well, the only time I had to deal with either of them was the once.
The morning doorman he would actually open doors for people.
Yeah, he opened the door, bro. That was his job.
The night, actually, like he opened the door himself for people.
I know, I saw.
Was like,
Probably like people that actually lived in the condos.
The nighttime doorman was just like, I hate my life. Why am I?
Well, he probably did hate his life. Let's be honest.
He wasn't probably playing Angry Birds behind the fucking desk. He's probably slitting his wrist behind the desk.
Oh my god.
But no, yeah, that was Atlanta. And
it was interesting.
Now we're here pretty much.
Waiting for fucking. We were gonna go do Dallas.
Obviously,
we were gonna go do
Dallas isn't happening now.
Anaheim's still a plan.
No, Anaheim is a definite. It's not a plan. It's a definite.
But no, I'm probably not gonna be able to go to Anaheim.
I figured that.
But no, when Boots in the Ground Call of Duty comes back, I'm gonna try to go to all those.
That's what I thought with that's what I thought with Infinite Warfare. I thought I was gonna have a team at all the events, and then
you almost did.
I almost did. I had 2 out of the 4. 2 out of the 4 so far, and I'm gonna unfortunately miss Dallas.
But fucking and it's like, honestly, after going to Atlanta and just seeing how it works, I low key kind of like want to get like into it and try to like go to 1 and try to compete at 1.
Yeah.
Like actually, like, because I know for a fact now, like, with the way I am, like, I will tell you now, if I got on console right now and give me a couple days to get used to the fucking controller and shit, I would be a whole lot better at
okay.
Call of Duty.
Speaking of competing, let's talk about those kids I filled in for.
Oh my god, yeah.
So what were you doing? What day was it? Saturday?
It was Saturday.
Saturday. Us 3, we left the condo. No, we left the condo early.
Yeah, we were.
It was Saturday. We were playing on Saturday. We got our match on Saturday. So we left the condo early because we're like, oh, we're gonna go get food and then go to the venue and like watch the matches or whatever. So we got food. We went to the venue. Blah blah. Typical shit. So we're like, oh, like some of my friends' matches were happening. No one on my team, obviously, but some of my friends' matches were happening. So we're like, oh, I'm gonna go watch my friend's match. So us 3 are standing around one of the stations. This random guy comes up to us. He was like, can any of you guys play? And I didn't hear what he said at first. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, can any of you guys play? I'm like, I don't have Astros. I'm like, I have a scuff. I'm not a player. I'm a coach, but I have the wristband. So I showed him the wristband. He's like, don't be so loud. He's like, keep it quiet. Like, I thought this was like a drug dealer or something going on here. So he's like, yo, can you come fill in first? He's like, the other team said it was okay. So I'm like, I guess. I'm like, I got nothing to lose. So, like, I went and filled in for this team. I have no idea what the team even was. I have no clue who they were. I don't know anybody on the team. So I got my scuff, and I borrowed Astros from one of my, from JP.
You got some earbuds. And
I was going to use the earbuds, and I couldn't get it to work. And then I'm like, oh, wait, JP's not playing right now, because I had seen him. I'm like, I told Cameron, I'm like, yo, Cameron, go to JP, ask him if I can use his Astros. So I got JP's Astros. These kids, like, we honestly could have won that. I'm not going to lie. It was the kids we played weren't even that good. First off,
you guys almost came back against them in the hard point.
Oh no, yeah, we really did.
Almost in the search and destroy.
The hard point, we ended up losing. It was like 2-11. It was 2-11 to 250. Yeah. It was on retaliation. We lost, and then it was throwback. It was I think it was 6-4 in the search or something like that. We lost.
It was like, and these kids were still back there shit talking crazy. Not to mention, first of all, your team, the guy who asked you to come play was like, he was on a whole different level of tilt. Like, this man was.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I did play shit. Like, I think I went 12.
But you never practiced.
I'm pretty sure I went 12 and 27 in the hard point and 3 and 8 in the search.
You didn't plan for this stuff.
Yeah, I did not plan for it. The thing is, what happened was, first off, I don't play respawns whatsoever. Well, I do now, but going into the event, I did not play respawns whatsoever. I've never played respawns. I strictly stick to search with Dylan and Blake. We played search 3s. But no, I went 12 and 27. We had no communication whatsoever, because, like I said, I don't really like talking to new people. So I just got thrown into this with 3 random people. I have no clue who the fuck they are. So yeah, I was playing with them, obviously. We had no communication, no practice. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I've never played respawns. Like, honestly, the fact that we actually made it as close as it was is just surprising to me.
It was a comeback, first of all. You guys came back.
Yeah, we down by a lot.
You were down, like, you were 100-point clubbed at one point.
Yeah, we're gonna shit on.
And then you guys just came out of nowhere and fucking, you guys started racking up hills together.
But yeah, I think that's a bit about it COD-wise. Like,
Yeah.
CS:GO wise.
you want to talk about the new CS:GO team real quick?
Yeah.
Or
Well, do we want to go back to like the fucking one before that? Or
no, I don't think
Or
so,
just talk
because
about that one?
I don't want to. I want to point out we've been talking for an hour and 5 minutes. I don't know how long we plan on having this, but if we just want to touch on the new one real quick, we can obviously go
Well, first off,
more
I
into
came
depth
in
at a later
into the
time.
origins of it. I like came in.
Yeah, Nick, you
because
explain this.
I just decided like one day I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I want to start getting into CS:GO because obviously I'm not playing COD anymore at this point in time. I would like to plan on it because after Atlanta, it got me into it. But I've been more of a CS:GO person. I think CS:GO has just been a really good game to play, and I've been more consistent at it. But I decided to like get into the competitive side of it. Cameron got me into that one, and basically I just decided one day I came up to Grant like, yo, let me like get you a CS:GO team going, and he's like, sure, why the fuck not? I got one that was like a chill ass team, but you know, as cool as they were and as good as some of them were, really nothing ever happened with it. We never got into leagues. We got into one league, but we played up against a really stacked team that ended up kicking our ass.
That wasn't even a league. That was like a tournament or something.
It was a tournament, yeah, and it was like
we got fucking shit on,
bro. It wasn't
bro.
for much. It wasn't even for much anyway. And it was
like, wasn't it like
Amethyst was a good CS:GO team.
They destroyed us, bro. We won like 5 rounds in 2 maps or some shit like that.
But just going back to it, all the way back to fucking, even just going back to diversity, my best experience and success with an esports team was CS:GO.
Yeah.
COD never really made it anywhere for me. I got a CS:GO team. I think at one point they were like 7 or 8-0, and they hit a dip. They like lost once. One guy left, and they kind of went into a dip of losses. Ended off the season like 10-4, something like that.
Yeah.
They didn't make it to playoffs, sadly. But that was like my best success with it, with esports. And then coming into this, I was like, I want to do that again. I want to have that feeling of like success with the CS:GO team. So we fucking get this team. They seem really chill. They seem really good. So, but they never did it.
They never did anything.
Never
No hate to any of them, obviously.
They're all chill guys, and honestly, it'd be cool friends to have. And I still talk to Diamond every once in a while because he's a really cool guy to talk to.
Yeah.
Sad that he didn't actually come to Atlanta like he said he was. I wish he did.
Yeah, same.
But and then Grant just found this team out of nowhere. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, on Twitter, it's very sporadic when you find a CS:GO team. Like there's times where you'll get like recently we've got nothing but CS:GO offers for teams.
It's mostly COD. We mostly get COD offers.
But like before that, when I was looking for teams, not one. We would always get ones for Dallas or Atlanta or Anaheim, and it was just like, what the fuck, like. And obviously, I knew on Twitter is not the place you want to go look for CS:GO people. Like it's not. You'll rarely find them on Twitter for sure.
Yeah.
I don't get that really with it because you could probably find any other team. Actually, I can say that you can find any other team on Twitter, but like a CS:GO team, really, it's a whole lot more rare to find them on Twitter, and I don't understand it. But then recently, Grant just out of nowhere didn't even know he was looking for one.
Yeah, no. Randomly one night, I decided I was thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, we need to get a CS:GO team. I'm like, Nick's taking a while on this, so I thought to myself, I'm like, if you want to get shit done, you got to do it yourself. So I went on ESEA, and I was looking at, because obviously we wanted a team to compete in ESEA.
You fucking ended up tweeting it out, is what you did, didn't you?
I tweeted it out, and then.
Did you find him on Twitter?
I think so.
Because even though after that, you got so many.
Yeah, no, I definitely did. Wavem DM'd me, or he replied to the tweet or something like that. But I was messaging a bunch of teams on ESEA, and then none of them messaged me back. And then I tweeted about it. We were looking for a team, and I'm like, we'll see if anything happens.
I honestly think it was something to do with you tweeting like with the @ESEA.
Yeah, bro.
I really think that's what it was. But I remember I was like, I seen Waverman. I'm like, who the fuck is Waverman? I go click on his profile, and it says competitive CS:GO player or whatever. Or
Yeah.
I see CS in there somewhere. And I'm like, what the fuck? Or I seen his ad. It was like @RiFt, like
Wavem.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then I seen the announcement tweet for it, and I'm like, wow, okay. So obviously coming to this, and I'm like, well, I finally got something to do on fucking RiFt now.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just trying to finish this up quickly because it has been a while, but
yeah.
Pretty much, we got the CS:GO team. We've currently played 2. Actually, our record is 8-2. but
they lost their first 2 matches.
They lost their first 2 matches. One was against the Amethyst, who we played in that tournament with our old team, got shit on.
They won 5, or no, they won 6 without us.
They won 6. So when we picked them up, they were 6-2, their record in ESEA.
And they played one last week.
They're currently 8-2. Yeah, they're 8-2 right now.
And then today, they just played today, and it was Grant didn't watch it.
I was at work. I missed the match.
It was
19-15 in overtime, wasn't it?
Yeah, we won 19-15 in overtime. We lost the knife round. They got the pick. It was Mirage. We started on T side. Our team they don't like T side that much, especially on Mirage. And they lost the first pistol round. But then immediately they ecoed, got the next one, tied it up. It was like 3-1 at one point, and then the other team came back.
Weren't we down like 9-6 at half or something like that?
It was 9-3 at one point, and we won the next 3 and made it 9-6.
Yeah, and then won the pistol.
Second pistol, probably
tied it up.
Biggest rounds, went and tied it up. And then after that, actually, we even took the lead on that. Well, no, they took the lead. It was 9-9.
I know it was like 13-13 at one point.
It was 9-9, and then they won one, made it 10-9, and then we won it, made it 10-10, and then they won it, made it 10-11. And then
it was just trading rounds back and forth, pretty much.
I don't know if we did something crazy then, but automatically out of nowhere we took the lead. It was 12-11, and then I think we got another one, and it was 13-11 or whatever, and then they won another 2 rounds. And the biggest round came right here.
Round 27.
The nastiest eco I've ever seen. It was tied 13-13. We have no money. We have no cash whatsoever. Honestly, I even talked to the guy himself who did this. They were supposed to go on full eco.
What a UMP
for this round. He bought a UMP by accident. Told himself at the time, I have fucked up. Like, my economy is fucked up.
He won us the... He honestly probably won us the match.
He went on to get... I didn't watch it at the time. I was busy on my phone. But I was like... I looked up and I seen 4 of the other team is down. 3 of the other team is down. 2 were up. We still have all of our guys up. Except I think maybe 1 guy. And he ended up later telling me, because I didn't know he did it. He ended up later telling me, I think he got like 2 or 3 kills.
I think he said he got 3 with the UMP.
He said 2 or 3. He said he either got 2 or 3 with it. And then after that... It was in was it that one? It was like that one. It was like a make or break for the other team's economy too, I think. Or no, it wasn't. We won that one, and then they both had a full buy in that one, and either one was going to be a make or break. We won it. They went into it with UMPs. Neither one of them had AKs. Neither one of the other team had anything. They literally took a timeout for the final round. They did a rush A through 8 tons, like literally like something you would see out of a pug match. It was a full, out of 8 tons, no palace, no nothing. They came out of 8 tons with UMPs and Tech 9s, wrecked our whole team.
Yeah, bro.
This was the final round.
15-15. And then we played the overtime flawless, yeah. So, yeah, we ended up winning our match 19-15, currently 8-2. I'm hoping. I don't know when we're gonna guarantee a playoff spot. We gotta be getting close though. We're also probably gonna guarantee a rank up too.
I can't remember how many you had to win to get a guaranteed playoff spot. One of the guys on my old on the fucking diversity team told me how many you had to win to get a playoff spot.
We'll figure it out.
But what was it? But fucking, there was one reason why at the half we were doing so bad. There was literally one player, and he had 2 kills.
Yeah, don't throw any shade, Nick. Don't put
I'm not throwing shade. I'm not saying anything like he was.
Yeah, I'm just saying don't put out any names. Don't.
I'm not
I don't even know who you're talking about, to be honest.
They're all great because honestly, I say he was at 2 kills then. At the end of the game, he had the most. No, he didn't have the most kills actually, but he was at at the end of the half, he was on the top of the scoreboard. I'm not throwing shade. The man is actually good. He just
started bad.
We weren't. I didn't
clicking.
Think that. We just weren't firing off on all cylinders. I was looking at that and I was like, shit. I wasn't looking at him saying you're bad. He's not bad. I know that. He was actually. I think he's actually one of the better players on the team. I don't know. I'm just going off what they usually say in the chat, whether it's jokingly or not. But I saw him going 2 and something, and I'm like, dear Lord, this is not good for the team right now. Second half, it wasn't even second half. It was at the end of the first half. This man went completely off, and he ended up. I think. If I actually look at my notes real quick, I'm gonna figure out his kills real quick. I'm gonna figure out all the kills for the guys real quick. It was.
Hurry up, Nate. We're trying to end this soon.
Organic had 23. Wavem had 21. Urti, I think is how you say it.
Yeah.
Had 30. Immortality had 22.
C7?
And C7 had 28.
Damn, bro, they all kind of popped off.
And like our who was it? It was Ernie. He was the one who ended up getting honestly like the MVP of the game because he had like the second best ADR. He had the most kills and he had the least, like the third to the least amount of deaths, and the best KD. So I felt like he really did deserve the MVP of that game. So they all like at the end of the day, at the end of the whole game, they all popped off. It was honestly on that CT side, they fired off on all cylinders. They became that godlike team that they usually are, and it was great to watch. It was a really stressful match, though.
All right, well, I think that about does it for us.
Really does, honestly, that does it for the history of RiFt. Right,
that's pretty much a brief, well, not really brief, but that's pretty much the general history, as much as I can.
That's as much as I can honestly remember. I'm not in it as much in Black Ops 3 and IW, so I can't say much. I'm usually in the early game, same as Cameron. We're up to AW, and then after AW, we split off to Diversity.
Oh yeah, I stopped playing after AW. I played a little bit of Black Ops 3.
You played Black Ops 3 like halfway through.
After I got dropped from Diversity, I was done. I lost.
And then I think I got you into. And then I think I got you into playing CS:GO, and then you got into competitive and all.
I like how I was trying to end it, and we just keep talking.
End this shit.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed first episode of the RiFt podcast, brought to you by Insane Labs. Make sure you use code RiFt for 20% off your purchase on their store.
Honestly, it's some fire shit.
But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you tune in next week for next week's podcast, which we have no idea what it's about yet, but we will come up with that in the upcoming days. But no, we will talk to you guys all in the next episode. Peace.